All right, everybody, it's that time again. It's the final time again. It's Takodana Tuesday. Oh man, so it's the finale, guys. At least what I'm hoping is going to be the finale, and I'll talk about that in a second. In terms of like the actual mock itself, it's going to be done today. Like just actually building this stuff, done. The Tie Fighter, I don't know yet, and I'll talk about that later when I get to it. But I want to go through and just show you what the mock is looking like right now. I recently did some work on it on Lex's live stream, the Daily Brick. Shout out to him. That was a great fun time, and I really love his live streams. Live streams? Oh my god, live streams! So yeah, those are fun. Go check those out if for some reason you're at my channel and you haven't seen those, which is probably like 5% of you. So anyways, yeah, let's look at what I did. So I added like slopes and things around. I added even some new structures as you can see over there, and just like rubble and stuff with the, what are they called, the stud shooter pieces, my favorite piece. Drop those around, and I also added some flame, some fire around, which I'm probably going to do a little bit more of in different areas, because that is definitely a thing when there's a big battle going on in Star Wars. There's going to be fire, right? So yeah, let's go through and look at what the mock is looking like. You may have noticed I took out the figures, at least most of them. I kept some of them in just because it would be a pain to put them back in again. Looking at you, Kylo Ren. Oh my god. When I was putting him there for like, I had to do a thumbnail or whatever, and I was putting it back in there because I had taken him out. I had to like literally like sit on my table and try and like throw him in there, and it was bad. So I'm just leaving him in there. He's staying there forever. Well, at least as long as the mock stays alive, which hopefully will be a long time. Maybe not. We'll talk about that tomorrow. Anyways, yeah, let's look at this. Let's just do like a pan through. I added some more like rubbly bits around. It's gonna be hard to tell. I just kind of want to go through and show, so you guys can kind of see what the mock is looking like right now. And I'll probably go through different angles. Of course, when this thing is finished, I'll show off different angles of it as well. But this is what it's looking like right now. It looks cool. I think it looks awesome. Drop some more pieces in there. I'll probably do some more. I want to kind of do some more rubble and whatever in this area as well. Where else? Well, added some more fire and stuff in here. So you can see there's flame kind of around and stuff like that. And now, let's talk about the elephant in the room. What the heck is this thing? Well, this is an Easter egg I decided to put in here. Let's see if we can see Stormtrooper's face. Not really. That's okay. You don't really need to. This is a taco stand. So I decided, because I like to call this thing the taco, and it's Taco Tuesday, I put a taco stand in the mock because I thought it was funny and it was a great idea. So we have this little taco stand, and as you will see later, there will be people with tacos in the mock, but I just decided to have them out of here. So yeah, that's what that's looking like. I think it's cool. So we have that, and then I'm going to, we're gonna move on from here for a second. I just want to show, actually no, hang on, sorry. I'm gonna move the mock around. So I want to show this. I built this wall here because I needed another structure here because I realized this was kind of bare. And well, now it has a taco stand, so it's not as bare, but having this wall here is nice because there's a lot of wall things in Takodana. So that's what that's looking like behind the Stormtrooper there. And yeah, we also had this little curved thing right there next to it, a little slope. And now I'm going to turn the mock around so you guys can see the other angle of this thing. Alright, so this is the other angle, as you can see. I just want to give like a good view of what this is looking like. What it's looking like without the Stormtroopers and stuff. Got some more rubble bits around on these stairs, which I think looks pretty cool. Yeah, this is just what it's looking like. Some fire in there, added that. Got the burnt tree, he's chilling over here. I built that a long time ago. A lot of this stuff I built a while ago, like that thing, a bunch of stuff. And of course we have the forest, which I will probably show off at the end of this video, or the end of the finale. But yeah, this is what it's looking like right now. I'm probably going to go through and add more rubble and slopes and things. I'm going to do that, but first, what I want to show is I want to show my progress on a little something called the Jarek's TIE Fighter, the First Order Specialist TIE Fighter. Look at this thing. This thing looks freaking awesome. It's upside down. Okay, here we go. So this is what it's looking like. As I break it. These stupid little things come off all the time. It's really annoying. That's okay. That's what happens with mocks. They're very fragile. So yeah, this thing is looking so freaking cool. You might notice there's a hole in the wing because And this is the problem that I want to talk about. I am out of 1x10 bricks, and I've been waiting for the package for a little bit, and it hasn't shown up yet. And I'm praying, I am really, really praying that it comes tomorrow. I'm filming this on Monday, so I'm really hoping this comes tomorrow on Tuesday, so I can just kind of like frantically build the rest of the TIE Fighter, because I have to do a whole nother wing because I don't have the pieces for it. So yeah, I'm trying to, or I'm not trying to, I can't do anything. I'm hoping that the package comes in and I get my bricks on time. If not, then there's not going to be a TIE Fighter in the mock, at least not for now. What I plan on doing if I don't have the bricks, then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to have the finale. I'm going to show like what everything's looking like, you know, in detail and whatever. Not in detail, but you know what I mean. Just kind of going through, showing what the mock is looking like and whatever. And then I'll probably add the TIE Fighter later when I have the parts for it. And then I will probably build the Pose X-Wing that I've been talking about, because I've been wanting to do that. I just, you know, I don't know. I just wasn't focusing on it. And I just like, I didn't want to do it. I was just like, oh, this is going to be a pain and it's going to be hard. So I'm going to be doing it. So Kappa Bricks, I am going to be doing it. I will DM you about it. So look out for that eventually whenever I plan to do it, because he said he would help me on it. So I'm hoping that that offer still stands. So I'm sure it does. Anyway, so yeah, we got this TIE Fighter. It's looking cool. You guys will notice, or actually you won't notice because I took the pieces off apparently. Oh, you'll notice it here. So I have some wrong colors because these stupid binocular pieces in black cost so much and it's really annoying. And then I also just couldn't find the black screwdriver piece in time. So what I'll be doing is eventually I'll be replacing these parts. There you can see they're gray as well. Yeah, I'll eventually be replacing these parts when I get the black binocular pieces and that screwdriver piece. But for now, I figured, whatever. It's not like a huge deal. I'm just going to have them as a color, like any color that I have. So if anybody's offended by that, I'm sorry. But that's just how it is right now. So yeah, that's what the TIE Fighter is looking like. I'm going to be building more parts because there's still like a lot of things to do for the wings. Like I have to have these like black things coming around. There's these kind of circular things that go on here and stuff like that. So yeah, I have to build that. But I just want to say this thing is so awesome. I've never built a mock before. Okay, that doesn't really make sense. There's a mock right there, idiot. No, I've never built like somebody else's mock before is what I meant. So I've never built anything like this, and it's really cool. And I will say it's very challenging too. The instructions are pretty easy to follow. Like they're good. It's just sometimes I'm an idiot. Like building these things, it's so genius that I couldn't figure it out. Like, you know, like there's those kind of problems where like these are just like sections that are stacked on top of each other and then you connect them later. But I was like, but how do I connect these? Like I thought they had to be like on top of each other, like so they connected. But no, you connect them later. So it's like, oh my god, it's so cool. There's just so many awesome things about this that like it's sometimes hard to figure it out. But yeah, it's awesome. I'm just really happy with how this thing looks. It's also really big, but it's eventually, if you guys can kind of see, it's going to go above the mock. I really don't want to drop this thing. Oh my god. It's going to be just kind of flying above like that, which it will look big, but that's okay. I don't think it matters too much because it is a big ship in canon and it's minifigure scale. The rest of the mock, I don't know if it's minifigure scale. I mean, it's definitely not minifigure scale what I'm talking about, but yeah, it doesn't matter. It's going to be a big TIE Fighter above the mock, but that will be when it's done, and it's not done yet, so I'm going to hope that the package arrives and hopefully build that. But I'm now going to work some more on the slopes and things, and I'll show you guys what I work on as I do it. Alright, I know I said that I was going to talk about the like the slopes and things and show you my progress, but I decided I want to show this off first because I didn't really show the taco stand very well. So I'm using light nougat tiles and then a jumper plate holding this helmet in. And then I am using a lot of brown for the taco stand because I figured that would work. We have these little like bottles to show like, I don't know, like ketchup and mustard, I guess, which you don't really put on tacos, but I don't know, I figured it kind of fit. And I have a little cash register right there. And then I have the taco, which I'm using a tin 1x2 plate. I'm doing a red 1x1 plate for like tomatoes, and then like maybe relish, which is a 1x1 trans green plate, and then cheese on the top, which is a like kind of that like light yellow. I forget what it's called, but it's like a light yellow or burnt yellow or orange yellow, whatever the hell it's called. That is for like cheese, and it's a jumper plate. So that's what the taco stand is looking like. I think it looks kind of cool. The tacos, they don't look exactly like tacos, obviously, but and it's the best I could do with Lego. So if anybody has a better design, let me know. I'll put that in the mock in a second. But now I'm actually going to show what I've been doing for the TIE Fighter. So I have been working more on it. I got these wing parts. They're all ready for whenever I get the wings, which hopefully comes today. I'm filming this Tuesday when this video comes out. And I'm sorry that this didn't come out at 2 o'clock today. I don't know, had a late start today. So anyways, this video will be coming out today. But yeah, I also did these things on the wings, these kind of like circular looking things, and also some other stuff in the wings as well. So yeah, I have been working on it. The only problem is, I've had a lot of problems with this actually, but one of the problems is there's supposed to be pieces in the wings that just do not fit, and I can maybe show it later like on instructions, but they just don't fit in there, and then I have to squeeze in these little tile things like in between the wings, but they don't fit because that piece isn't there, and that piece just doesn't work. So I don't know if I built it wrong or if the instructions are wrong. I don't know what happened, but that's just how it's going. So it's been like kind of frustrating building this thing, but that's okay. It's a really cool model, so yeah, I guess it will be worth it in the end. But anyways, now I will be going through and building different slopes and whatever and showing you guys what I've been working on. Alright guys, so I've gone through, I've added more slopes and things and different stuff. Whoops, added some more fire and things, different places like right there. Just added a bunch of different stuff. I also added a whole bunch of more studs to the water. So this is the kind of back area, what it's looking like. So that looks cool. And I've just been adding stuff in different places. It's going to be hard to tell at a glance like what I've changed, but I'll be going through and showing the entire mock kind of slowly and everything like that. But I think I'm done. I think I'm good with like placing slopes and everything. I think I'm ready to be done. Of course I'll probably look and be like, oh, I need to add a thing right there, but nah, I don't need to. So now we're gonna get into the fun part. Well, actually, first we're probably gonna do the TIE Fighter. I have to check the mail, and I don't want to check the mail because if it's not there, I'm gonna cry. If the package isn't there, I'm gonna be so sad. But I'm gonna have to check the mail, and then we're gonna look at the TIE Fighters. If I do have the parts, I'll build it. If I don't have the parts, I won't build it, and then we get to go into the fun part, which is placing all of the figures, which is gonna be really fun, I think, and I think you guys are gonna like that. And then we'll be showing off all the different Easter eggs and things, and then we're done. Takodana's done, or it's gonna be done today, and I'm really excited. So yeah, let's get into the TIE Fighter, I guess. Oh, I'm not really looking forward to this. Alright, so I just checked the mail, and I didn't get the parts, so they didn't come in. Rip. Rip me, rip the GRX TIE Fighter. So, unfortunately, the parts didn't come in, so the TIE Fighter is not going to happen. He's just going to chill over there, sad, with one wing, and that's just that's just going to happen right now. So, I will be putting the TIE Fighter in the mock, and probably the X-Wing eventually, whenever I do that, in the mock later, but it'll just be sort of like an add-on to Takodana probably. So yeah, let's get into the fun part of this video. The actual like good finale part, which is going to be showing off the mock and of course putting the figures in everywhere, which is going to be very fun. Bum bum ba-da-dum, bum bum ba-da-dum, ba-da-da-dum, ba-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, bum ba da dum da da dum da da dum da 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 dum bum. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed that little thing. This is Takodana. It's done, it's complete, minus the TIE Fighter, but we're not going to talk about that. It's done, mock is done, and it's looking sweet. Oh my gosh, look at this from this angle. If you didn't know what I was doing, that was the Resistance March when the X-Wings first attack, and this is kind of like the first shot you get of the battle, or one, not the first shot, but one of the shots. And this is kind of what I was going for. And it looks awesome. It looks packed. We got all the figures in. It doesn't look too packed, unlike somebody's mock. But it looks good, you know? So, yeah, and we're going to show off the different Easter eggs and the forest and everything. So, yeah, this is the part you guys came for, so I'm really excited to show you. So, speaking of Easter eggs, let's look at the first one. We got a Stormtrooper fishing, because why not? Except that is a funny thing to add in. So, we got him over here on the side. He's fishing, and then we got this scene over here, which is directly from the movie, really. So we got this First Order heavy guy. He's going like, what does he say? Scramble all squads, go, go. And then he's like telling everybody to go in. You can tell I've watched this scene a little bit, just a few times. So we got these guys coming in, and they're about to shoot at the non-existent X-wings, but that's okay. And then we have some more stormtroopers over here. We have this flame trooper. He's just burning away just some stuff over here. We got this stormtrooper running. I might turn him around so he's kind of running this way. I'm not sure. We'll keep it the way it is for now. And then we got this area of the mock, which is a little bit more burned. There's crap everywhere, and then we got some stormtroopers coming in. Oh. What? There's a stormtrooper there. What are you talking about? That was totally there the whole time. I need 2 more stormtroopers. They're coming in the mail, and I'm gonna put one back over there. I just kind of moved them right now, but there's supposed to be stormtroopers right there, or one right there, but that's okay. Anyway, so we got these guys over here. This guy's running around, and we got this guy with a taco. So as I mentioned, there would be people with tacos, so we got him. I will show off who that is in a bit, because that's an Easter egg that nobody will get, and I have to explain it. So yeah, let's move around. We got this awesome tower here, which I built a long time ago, and it still looks sweet. It looks awesome. It's really just like kind of the focal area of the mock. Well, besides that door over there, which I'll kind of go through later. But as we move through, I will have to move the mock around because I need to show different areas. But I'll show off that scene in a second. This is the hill that I worked on, a big mound, and we got stormtroopers manning the wall. They will be shooting at the X-Wings coming in, at least Poe's X-Wing coming in. And then I decided to make this scene over here. We got Han Solo, and he's shooting sideways at the stormtrooper because I thought that was a great scene in The Force Awakens. I remember when I first saw it, I was like, that's Han Solo. You know, like, that was great. And so we have that. We have Chewie. And then I'll show off what's over there with the stormtrooper. And then we got the scene with Finn and the stormtrooper there, which I'll show in more detail once I turn this bad boy around, which takes a little bit. Like, it's not that hard, but it does take a little bit of effort to turn this thing without making it fall over there, which has almost happened a couple times. All right, so now we're on this side of the mock, and I want to show off who this is, because this is an important part of the mock, or well, just like an important thing. So this guy right here holding his taco, this is Julius Eastman. And so who is Julius Eastman? Well, whoops, rip the taco. Not that taco. So Julius Eastman was a gay black composer in the 1980s, well, 60s to 80s, really. Well, yeah, I don't know, a little bit before then. But anyways, he died in 1984, I believe. He passed away homeless and alone in a hospital bed, and nobody actually knew that he died until 6 months after he passed away, which just is so sad. So, he was a really great and awesome composer. A lot of his friends and colleagues and stuff, they describe him as an uncompromising man, which is very, very true. There's tons and tons of stories. I recommend looking them up because there's some wild ones and they're awesome. And so he was just like so uncompromising about who he was. Like he was, I think he was quoted by saying, "I want to be gayest to the fullest and blackest, or black to the fullest." I can't remember how he phrased it, but yeah, he was just like very true to himself as much as he could, and like very in your face, and it was really cool. So he's a really important thing to me, or important person to me, and I wanted to include him in the mock so that people can remember this amazing composer and know who this guy is. I did a whole research project thing on this guy. I researched him for about like 2 months, and then I wrote like a 12-page paper on him. So that's why he's very important to me now, because I discovered him like, wow, like he was just lost to history, and that's actually that's what I wrote my paper about how that became like his only story, and how we shouldn't be focusing on that, but that is part of the story. So yeah, that's who this guy is, Julius Eastman. We'll put him back in the mock. I'll give him his taco in a second. Put him in there. Let's see if I can do this on camera with one hand. Oh, this is not gonna go well. Oh. Okay, there we go. We got Julius Eastman back in, and he has his taco. So he's probably going to be in pretty much all of my mocks, like especially all the big ones that I do. He's going to be in there as a little Easter egg for people to find and whatnot. So yeah, we got that. And then I'm not going to do the forest yet. I'll do that at the end because I love the forest. So now we're going to go and look at kind of this area. So I'm actually going to turn this a little bit, show this guy off, this guy getting blasted. This is what this area of the mock looks like. There's this little tower, and there's stuff underneath here. It's hard to see because it's very dark, but there is a bunch of bricks and stuff kind of spilling out everywhere in there. And then we have this thing. This is the first thing I built actually for Takodana. This was the first like section I built. which is cool. And I have a photo that I'm going to put on screen right now, if I remember to do so. This is the picture of Takodana in the planning stages. So it looks so different. It used to look like this compared to what it looks like now. It's just like, oh my god, it's unreal. I've come a long way with this mock, and I'm really happy. So yeah, we got this section, first thing we built, and then of course we have the door next, and I will talk about that in a second, because now I want to talk about the second section I built ever in Takodana, which has this area with Maz. She's kind of stuck in the ground because she sort of comes out of the castle, like out of the ground, and then she gives Finn the lightsaber, and that's exactly what's happening here. I decided to recreate that scene. And then we have the doorway, which I have showed before in the last one, so I won't go too much into it, but it looks awesome. It looks better from the other side, but that's okay. And then we have this scene over here. So we have this guy, he's like a civilian. There's a lot of just like people on Takodana. They're trying to like escape the fight in the scene, and some of them get gunned down and stuff like that. So we have this guy, he is like, was trying to hide behind the wall because he was hiding from that flame trooper, but then this guy comes in and he sees him, he's like, put your hands up or whatever. So that's what's happening there. That doesn't happen in the movie, that's just something I wanted to make. And then we have this scene, which is probably my favorite scene, or like my favorite made up scene that I put in here, which has a flame trooper burning a Jawa, which I thought was kind of funny and morbid. But yeah, we have that happening. And then where should we go from here? So then we have just another angle of the stormtroopers over here, which looks cool. We have Han Solo and Chewie over there, and then I'm going to turn the mock around and show this angle again and show Finn and Traitor guy over there. Alright, so here is the other side of the mock with the door. We have Kylo Ren standing right there, which looks cool, and then we have the traitor guy about to kill Finn, except that it obviously doesn't happen. And then we have this stormtrooper here running in to chase Rey, which I'll show in a bit when I show off the entire force. I just wanted to show like this backside of the mock, because you guys don't see this very often, and I think it looks pretty cool, and it's worth showing off. I put a lot of detail in pretty much everywhere in this mock. This is the only spot maybe. I could maybe put some stuff in here. I might do that, but I don't know. That'll just be for me, you know? And then we also have this little area. I just wanted to show this because you don't see this very well either. So put this over here. We got this little rubble area back here, and another view of the stormtrooper getting blasted. So yeah, this mock is just, oh, I'm really, really happy with it. This is my first like big scale mock, and I'm really, really happy with how it turned out. And I'll talk more about that in the end of this video, but let's get into the forest. So I'm actually going to start back over here because there's an Easter egg in there. There's 2 Easter eggs in there actually, so I'm going to go in and show you what those look like. Alright, so we have this little pathway that kind of comes out from Takodana, and we have this guy. This is one of the, oh, I used to know what their names are, the Platoonians, I don't know, but there's this guy, he has like this little hat on. It's just this armor piece flipped up on his head. He's just like, you know, a person or whatever, an alien at Takodana. He's running away from the fight. And then we have another Easter egg that you can barely see in here. He's very hidden, at least from this side. We have Jar Jar Binks, because why the hell not? You know, I just wanted to throw in a Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga Easter egg, because that is from the scene in the second level that you play, which is like the Swamp Naboo level, and when they first see him in the cutscene, he's like sniffing a rose or whatever, so I decided to include that in because it's kind of funny. So that's a better view of him. He's in there. And yeah, this is what the forest is looking like. We got this little thing here next to Julius, and we got the like this big kind of castle chunk is like laying down on the grass, which I think is cool. This is the back of this scene, and then this is what the forest is looking like. It's so dense, and I love it. There's like all the trees and stuff, and then the ground is just so dense, and it's awesome. I really put a lot of detail into everything, especially the forest. A lot of detail in the forest. And now I'm going to move this around. I'll show you guys how I move this. This is kind of hard with one hand, but okay, that kind of works. Alright, so this is what the forest is looking like. I've showed this off many times before, but I just wanted to show it again here because it just looks so cool. I'm really proud of this forest. I love it. It's awesome. And there's no Easter eggs in here yet, but I will show one. The one that I talked about actually in the last episode that no one got. So we'll talk about that. But here, we'll start over here. This is what it's looking like. You can see Takodana, or like the castle in the background, which looks really cool. But this just looks so awesome. A lot of different colors of trees and things. We've got a fallen down tree right there. The foliage on the bottom is just like, it's crazy. And I added some rocks and things here and there. And we have a burnt tree over here. I added another tree. It's just kind of falling over, just to kind of fill the gap here. And then we have the forest, more of the forest. And then the important part of the mock, or one of the important parts, which is one of the first things I did, which is going to be over here. And I will move the mock around and show you what that is. Alright, so here's the other corner of the mock, the other corner of the forest. And then we have this shot, which is one of my favorites. I kind of moved the tree around a little bit, so it's kind of blocking it, but it's okay. We see Ray running in with BB-8, or running away actually, and then we have the stormtrooper chasing her back there, which is like directly from the movie. This is one of the first scenes I built as well. One of, not the first one, but one of them. We got the pathway she's running on, and then we got the forest here, and then this will lead us to the Easter egg I was talking about. So this is more of the forest, got a thicker tree in the middle. And then here is the Easter egg I was talking about. So this is Bilbo Baggins, and I included him in the mock because the actor who played him, I believe his name is Ian McMillan, he passed away, unfortunately, like a couple weeks ago. So I decided to have him in the mock to remember him by. So we had two people to remember now in this mock. We have Julius Eastman and Ian McMillan. So rest in peace, you guys. This is my small way of remembering both of them. So that's why they're in here. And then we got this cool rock over here, which looks awesome, that I built with the different trees and stuff around. And then this is the last corner of the mock over here. And then I will actually maybe show this area off, because this is a little hard to see sometimes. This is what this is looking like. We've got the stormtrooper fishing and stuff like that. Yeah, this just looks, it's so cool. I'm really happy with how this turned out. And I'm going to turn this mock around, and then I'll talk about some just, you know, closing thoughts and things about this mock, and you guys can see like how this mock will be displayed, and yeah, we'll just do that. Alright, this is what the mock is looking like. This is how it's gonna get displayed. It looks so awesome, guys. Oh my god, I'm really happy with how it turned out. I learned so much building this thing. Oh my god, I learned so much about myself as a builder. I learned so much about building in general and everything. Like, I didn't think, there was so many times I doubted myself, but I didn't think I would actually be able to do this, and this was not the original plan. So if you guys remember, I wanted to do a small little Takodana vignette back in March for March Mock Madness, which was a little series I did, and well, that didn't happen. I decided, well, I should do it bigger, and then I was like, let's do 1 gray base plate. And then that turned into 3 gray base plates, and then it turned into 4 gray base plates, which is all of my gray base plates. So for me, this is a very big mock, and I know 4 gray base plates isn't the biggest thing in the world, but to me it's very big, because it's, you know, that's my entire gray base plate collection right there. So yeah, I'm really happy about how this thing turned out. The forest, I learned that I am really great. I don't want to say really great, it sounds like I'm like, you know, being boastful or whatever, but like, I'm really good with doing forests and like foliage and details in there. Like that, I also learned that I love doing that. Like that was a lot of fun, and doing the building things, like it was fun. Like trying to come up with those as well. But just doing the forest was so much fun to me, and yeah, just I learned so much about like making sure to keep everything like sturdy on the bottom. I'm gonna have to do a better job of that next time, because I ran into problems with that. That was kind of behind the scenes stuff, so you guys didn't really see it, but I sometimes, like, the plates wouldn't, like, they weren't, like, on the filler properly, so I had to kind of, like, really scrunch things down. So, yeah, but it turned out fine. Like, everything works, nothing caved in, thank God. So, you know, it's all good. And also just planning, you know, like, I really need to do that better, because I didn't do a great job of that. But also, it was kind of cool just kind of going, like kind of winging it a little bit. Like I had a general plan of how things would go, but just planning things in advance, like with the TIE Fighter, I definitely learned I need to plan that kind of stuff in advance, so I can actually have the TIE Fighter in the finale, so I'm not scrambling at the last minute to get everything ready. So just that kind of stuff, learned about that, and just like building in general, and like that I am actually way better than I thought I was, you know? Like I never considered myself a mock builder until like really this year. Which is really awesome. So I'm going to obviously keep building. We're going to keep getting better, keep building bigger and better things, and we're going to keep moving forward. And there will be a video tomorrow, Wednesday, that will be the, like, what's going to happen after Takodana, that kind of video, which there will be many things coming after Takodana. Don't worry, this is not the end. This is nowhere near the end. This is just the beginning of everything. So even this is an ending, it's really just the beginning of my building career, really. So it's really cool. It's gonna be awesome to look back at this and be like, wow, so much has changed. You know, like it's gonna be cool. But yeah, this is what it's looking like. This is Takodana. We're gonna say goodbye to Takodana. I mean, it's not going anywhere anytime soon. There will be another video with the TIE Fighter and probably the X-Wing. That will happen at some point down the road. But for now, this is it. No more updates. And it feels really good to be done. You know, we had 15 episodes, which is, I think, a pretty good length. Wasn't, like, very long, but it also wasn't too short. So, yeah. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Big shout out to Lord of Bricks. He was, you know, he was around, he's commented all the time and stuff like that, and he's a huge supporter of this channel, so thank you so much, man. Like, I really appreciate it. And I would often be building Takodana while being on call with him, like talking to him, so that was great. Thank you for that, giving me something to do while I build. And then shout out to the Daily Brick, of course, who I shout out like in every video because he deserves it. Oh man, thank you so much to him. If you don't know who he is, go check him out, go subscribe right now. He's an awesome guy. And shout out to everybody who watches. Kappa Bricks, GM Productions, thank you guys. You guys comment and you guys are great. Jenny, thank you, Jenny. There's so many people. Thank you. And yeah, just thank you guys so much for being a part of this. Because if not, then I would just be doing this and no one would see it. So I'm glad that people are watching it. And I hope you guys all enjoyed this journey of seeing me build this mock. I certainly did. Like I said, I learned a lot, so I really enjoyed it. But I'm ready to move on. You know, I'm ready to have Taco be done. So, it's nice to have it done, but it's also a little sad that it's done. But it's done. I'll give another kind of view of the mock real quick. This looks so good. I'm really happy with how this turned out. I think it's really great. It's a mock that doesn't get done a lot. The Battle of Takodana, which I'm surprised because it's a pretty big thing in The Force Awakens, so I'm really glad I was able to build it. And yeah, it looks awesome. I'm really happy. It's missing vehicles though, but that's okay. That will happen. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and see you in the next video.